everybody, Pat Huntoon here with Technique Junkies, and today we're going to be making a card that actually has no stamping on it. Very unusual for me. So today we're using Elegant Snowflake stencil from A Colorful Life Designs, and we're using a die from Catherine Pooler. There's two. These are the Winter Words dies. You'll get both of these in the package. One says Let It Snow and the other one says Happy Winter. Today I'm going to be using the Let It Snow. So I'm going to set that aside. We'll do that after. So I am starting with a piece of paper that is 4 by 5 1/4 because I want to be able to add color behind it using the ink pads, and I'll show you how we'll be using that. So today, to hold the stencil down, I'm using Pixie Spray, which is made by Thermoweb. It's a low-tack repositional adhesive for stencils, and it is great because it holds your stencils down. Now, I put this on the back, and what I would like to do is put the snowflake about 2/3 of the way down. I'm going to have some hanging off here. I'm working on my glass work surface. I think it holds very nicely there, so that's held nice and firmly to the paper. So we're using 3 colors of Catherine Pooler ink. I'm using Juniper Mist, which is this purplish blue. I just adore this color. It's purpley blue, and I am going to be placing it on the outer edge. Can you see that? It's just such a pretty color. I'm applying this with a blending brush, and I'm using circular motions. Just putting it on a couple of areas on the outer edge here. And next, I'm going to be using Daydream. And I'm going to be just putting a little bit of that along the edges here and blending those 2 colors together. Oh, it's this beautiful aqua greenish color. I just find it so pretty. Make sure you get right to the edge of the stencil and leave some room because we're going to be using the royal treatment here. And I am going to be putting that in the center. And actually just kind of going along the edging a little bit. I'm just going to be adding some, if there's any white space at all, this will pick it up, and it'll also give them the idea of the royal treatment elsewhere too. I just want to make sure that this has color intense and there's no areas that aren't colored. So I'm just going to close that up. Let's remove the paper from the stencil. And look at that. Isn't that pretty? Oh, it's so gorgeous. Look how gorgeous and color intense that is. Now I'm going to create a custom colored background and a custom colored die cut. So what I'm doing is I'm starting with a piece of paper bigger than my the piece that I just put the snowflake on. And I am just going to rub this down, the whole piece. I'm going to make this one color. I could make this all 3 colors if I wanted to, but I'm just going to make this one complete color. This eggplanty royal treatment color. I love the name. Wipe off my work surface. And when that dries, it's going to be beautiful and solid, so that when it goes behind this, I don't know if you could see that, when it goes behind this, it just really makes that piece pop. Okay, so now I also want to have my die cut be that same color. So I'm going to take another smaller piece of paper, as long as it's bigger than the die cut or the same size as the die cut, that's fine, and do the same thing. Just create a custom piece of paper here. And I could make this 2-tone also, but I'm just going to be making this the royal treatment color. And I will die cut into that and be right back. Okay, so I've got that die cut. Let's put this together. So I'm going to take my sheet here and put it on my eggplant colored paper. And I actually cut my sheet down a little bit more because I had some excess ink along the edge and I didn't want it to show. So I cut a little more off there. And now I'm actually going to cut this down a little bit more and mount these on a piece of, actually let's add our Let It Snow. Okay, so I applied the Let It Snow, and I'm just going to take a white pencil and go around the areas that are on top of the snowflake that are colored, just to highlight them a little bit. So a tiny little bit there, and a tiny little bit there, just to add some white space around them. Just so they stand out a little bit more. And I've decided to add some Nouveau crystal drops in the center of my snowflake. You don't have to do that, but if you have a pearl or something, you might want to just add that one little bit there. And I think I'll just put one little bit there since I have this out. And that is it. That is our card today. That's our tutorial, our Let It Snow card. This is so quick and easy. It is so quick and easy to blend the inks on here and super effective. And creating your custom cardstock around the background in the Let It Snow is awesome. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial today. If you did, please give us a thumbs up on YouTube and consider subscribing to the Technique Junkies YouTube channel. I hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye now.